Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very non-traditional episode of Make It Make Sense with Monique Pressley. I hear noisy people coming in the background. They may as well come on the show and say hello. We also have a very special guest. Come on in. It's his office, so I gotta let the man in, even though I am live and on a show. It would be great to talk to the attorney.
How you doing, Monique? It's so good to be with you in person.
It's good to be with you in person, too. I'm loving.
And thank you very much, Monique, for coming over to the White House to fight for justice for Shaquilla Robinson, this black woman who was killed in Mexico by her alleged friends. She was beat savagely. That's all you can say about that video when you watch it. And for them to try to let it be swept under the rug is not allowed. We will not allow it. And so we met with the White House officials for about an hour, and Monique presence there, as always, meant the world to us.
Well, I thank you, Attorney Crump. What I want to know, if you can say, is what should people be doing? Because they're seeing that nothing is happening. We were encouraged today by the White House at least committing to keep an open dialogue and to make sure that the channels are open that are supposed to be open. But what do we want and how do we get there?
It's very simple. The protocol is already there. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a protocol in place when an American citizen is killed in a foreign country that the State Department interacts with that government's foreign agency to coordinate the people who perpetrated the killing being brought to stand trial. And so we want the FBI to get out the way since they ain't gonna do nothing. It reminds me of the Ludacris song, Move, Get Out the Way. If you're not gonna do anything, and let the State Department go ahead and work out the extradition of the Cabo Six. That is the name being given to the people who are seen on video beaten unmercifully and savagely this black woman who is naked. And so there's a warrant out by the Mexican government. All we have to do as the State Department is allow that extradition to take place.
Well, I'm clapping. I got confused, Ben. We definitely want that to happen. We want people to get the word out about that happening. We want to fight until that happens. But I'm also kind of excited if you could just stay 30 more seconds, because my special guest for the day is one of the 3 judges for the hottest fire judge show that's on television right now, which is Hot Bench. And she's somebody I think maybe you might know. Time just for a couple of seconds. And if she accepts the request, can you guys please welcome friend of the show, friend of all kinds of stuff happening at the same time. If you can welcome Yodit Tewolde to the show, if she will accept. Yodit, come on in. We want to talk to you. Did I invite her? Is she here? Oh, there. Like, wait. Oh my. Hey.
How you doing?
I haven't done one of these in such a long time. Hey, man.
Hey, Gwen, how you doing? Congratulations on the show.
Mo, you forgot one thing. You know, I'm usually very shy about your introductions, but you forgot Emmy nominated.
Emmy nominated most fired show on TV. Can you please welcome her, honor herself?
Thank you.
Yodit.
Thank you.
You nominated. That's we gonna get the introduction right. Well, Queen, I know you and Monique have a lot to talk about. I'm just so happy to see you and hear about the great success for the show. You know, we continue to elevate you every time we see you on TV, because when you're on there, we're all on there.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you. Thank you.
He's gonna leave. I'm in his office, but I'm kicking him off of my live so we can talk.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. So, love y'all. Okay, thank you. So we this morning were at the White House for a meeting with Mayor Steve Benjamin, who's the new Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who was the new the Office of Public Engagement head. And he and a couple of his legal folks were there meeting with the family of Shanikola Robinson and just basically listening to find out if there's any way that they can assist and engage, even though they were very clear about things we know. They don't get in the FBI's business. That's not their lane. They don't get in the Department of Justice's business. That's not their lane. But in terms of engaging with citizens, especially in the Black community, when there's the feeling that when it comes to Black women, it goes one way. And if this was a misenergetic white woman in the other country, we already know how it goes because we've seen it play out so many times. So that was this morning, and then there was a press conference afterwards. So I'm just planting here in the office in my home away from home.
Now, Tewolde Robinson is representing the family, correct? And Ben. Okay.
And Ben, yes. Yeah. She's still here somewhere. If Suan's here, she'll come say hi, but she's around. And spoke so eloquently on behalf of the Robinson family, no relation, but now they're related. And was just saying, there's already a protocol in place, which is what Ben just finished telling people. There's a protocol in place for what should happen when an American citizen is injured or killed abroad. And for whatever reason, it hasn't been, from the beginning, it hasn't been followed the way that it should have been, and with the kind of immediate assistance that the family needed. Wow. They had to figure out a lot of things on their own, and we are still seeing some of that.
Ben went over the process in which,
which only, there's an extradition process here because if the FBI, they've decided that for various reasons there aren't any charges that they can press against the person who has been named as the aggressor by the Mexican government. The Mexican government was willing to cede its jurisdiction so that the United States could do it. The United States said, various reasons, we cannot do it. So there's now an extradition process. And it's, as Sue-Ann was saying, when we had the press conference outside, if you're not going to do anything, get out the way. Explain to us where we are in the process, be transparent about it, because when extradition happens, it's not a secret. Everybody knows that process is starting, and
where's the Mexican investigation at this point?
They were ready to. I think
we need to get those individuals there.
Yeah. So there was our version of a criminal indictment and charges against who they believe was the main aggressor, the person that people have seen.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm definitely praying for the family, and I just don't understand how something that was so blatantly in your face, and I think I caught the tail end of what Ben was saying on video. But we see that a lot here, right? We see things on video and things don't happen. But now we're dealing with another country, so.
Yeah, and how weird is it? And I know you have a short amount of time, so we're going to get on. But one of the things that people said outside, how weird is it? I think it was Ben who was saying that the Mexican government seems more interested in protecting the Black woman than the government. That's a problem. So I want to talk. I'm kind of excited just to be seeing you and talking personally. So yesterday, when I told people you were coming on, I was like, y'all just don't know how I miss my friend, how I miss my friend. So we're just going to catch up, and whatever we talk about, and y'all put you up on offline.
Okay.
Well, no, we're not going to do that catch up. We're just going to our YOMO. Like when I posted, somebody was like, oh, YOMO always makes sense. Like, yes, YOMO always makes sense. So other than the fact that I've grown a lot of hair, I don't have a lot of changes.
Some things haven't changed with me. I still wear the hat and still have the little bun. My hair is not as long, but yes, I love it. I love the look. I love the look. Switch it up. Switch it up. I love it. Switch it up whenever you want. I've been saying,
whenever you know, that's growth for me, not hair growth. That's growth for me. The whole notion of just embracing, I can be whatever way it is I feel, because I think it might have been you that had to show me what a tape in was. I was like, I gotta put that in my hair. I was like,
I still follow with that because you just don't know where the placement needs to go in the exact place. Am I pulling my own hair? But we're getting there and we look good. We're pulling it off. That's what matters. And you know who's at my feet right now, right? You know
my nephew. My God. Hi.
That's my baby.
There's
something about me all the time.
My God.
He's so big. He's 33 pounds. I'm like, you haven't stopped growing. I thought you was a mini. A mini means small. Like, this better not be a standard dog, which gets up to like 80 pounds. So hopefully, yeah, I can't do that. But every time I get on the phone, Mo, he like knows it. And he was just chilling before we got, to talking. I get on the phone and he's like, this is the moment where I can distract her. She's distracted so I can start, being bad. So he's being bad right now.
Got it. Okay, so tell me about Hot Bench.
Oh my gosh. Hot Bench is...
You're into a new season. You've been Emmy nominated. Like, had you on, I don't think since you started filming for what was the 8th?
My first season was the 9th.
Right? The 9th. Okay. So
I'm shooting the 10th now.
You're filming for the 10th?
And,
okay.
Let me first say, well, hot bench is an actual legal term because people don't know that. And it kind of seems like, well, what are y'all trying to say? Yeah. Like hot bench with hot judges. No, it's a legal term.
You are a judge on Hot Bench. No,
it's a legal term where, judges, spitfire questions at attorneys. And here we do it to litigants. They're real cases. I never thought I'd be a TV judge in a million years. And I think I've told you that. I think I'm on record saying in an interview in 2019, I believe, that I would never do a judge show. But it goes to show you should never say never.
Feeling about that regularly, actually.
I absolutely love our show. And I think that working with two colleagues who are very seasoned attorneys who've done so well in their own careers, personal careers, and we bring integrity to the show. We don't exploit like some shows do for the sake of entertainment. So we call it edutainment, right? We're educating and also entertaining, but the entertaining factor comes with these real litigants. These are real litigants who come in who imagine court representing our clients, Monique, who just want to get their side out, right? And we've got to check that. These are people who are coming into court without lawyers, and so they're just going on and on and on. And but they really want resolution. We give that. Audience members get to see how we all come to a verdict, right? They get to see the process. They get to see our disagreements. They get to see us maybe even agree on some issues, but majority wins. And these are topics that everybody deals with. There are things I've learned, right? So when you're watching, you're like, this is something I can learn and avoid in my own personal experiences with, say, a landlord or me buying a car or me, giving out a loan and, not having a written contract. Things like that. And so these are real issues that people deal with, they can relate to. And the shit is entertaining. It is, because there's nothing more entertaining than what happens inside of a courtroom, because it's just unfiltered. You just never know what's going to happen. So I'm enjoying it. And, the show's been nominated for an Emmy at least 3 other times. We haven't won. And I think we're up against Judge Judy, who was the creator of the show. So we're up against that individual who's a behemoth in this genre. and Steve Harvey and some other notables. But hopefully we win. But the Emmys has gotten postponed because of the writer's strike, so we won't know for a minute whether we won or not. But it's just been an honor just to be nominated. So yeah.
Well, I mean, just as much or as little as you want to share, but this is called Freedom Friday, and we've already talked about a legal topic, so I'll talk about another one. I would rather know, because I know I get to hear from you from the sidelines, and I've got to see a big part of your TV journey. We met for the first time on TV screens, like way one, and then met in person. At Tony Clark was there. Award.
Yep.
And that was at NABJ. But like for people, to me, it's amazing. For you, my friend, who every other year is like, I don't know if I want to do this TV thing. So good. Like, and magnet for shows, like even you don't have to want to be on one for people to want you to be on one. Like, it's like a show just clings to you, like one drops and the next one sticks. And the whole time I'm listening to you and I'm like, oh my God. But to go from all like the trials and tribulations of it and the up and down of it, to be sitting and filming a second season, one of the longest running judge shows, or is it the longest running multiple panel judge show?
Multiple panel judge show. Right?
So
yeah.
And to be, what can you say by way of your journey or encouragement? Or
well, I remember,
yes,
I whined to you a couple times about this being, an industry that is ruthless. And you got to kind of go with the ebb and flow. And I remember crying to Roland, and this might have been after Court TV, and me questioning whether this was just the industry for me. And Roland was like, if this is something you want to do, you have to understand that there are going to be moments like this. And even with those moments, you still persevere. You still know that this is what you want to do. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. You can't have that backup plan. This has got to be something you want to do full steam ahead. And so I had to really take in what he said and evaluate where I've come at that point, right? Because I me, Mo, I don't give myself a whole lot of credit, but I used to just think that those opportunities was just, luck. Like I was just lucky, instead of seeing it as, no, I'm actually having these opportunities presented to me because I'm actually talented and I can do this.
Yeah. You, a badass, all those.
And so it took a minute for me to really just sit down and say, okay, how long have you been doing this? And what have you done in that short time span? And you can't discredit that. And so I had to take situations like things that didn't work out as opportunities for something even better, right? And Court TV came, not Court TV. This show, Hot Bench, came a month after BNC wrapped. And you have to imagine how I felt at that point. Like, this is just crazy right now, right? I felt like I had these yearly stints. But that's just how it goes. This is just how
it did such great work on that show, and it wrapped had nothing to do with you or your show or the important level of content. We loved being on that show and the things that you offered there. But you're given an opportunity with this for like a whole other kind of part of your personality.
I learned so much. I did learn with the show on BNC, not only how to just produce, but I was able to speak about things that I wanted to talk about and be passionate about. So it gave me the creative freedom I didn't have before. So with each opportunity, I've not only learned something new, but it's prepared me to be even better for, say, this opportunity here. I feel like it's a full circle moment for me, being able to now sit as a judge when I've been on both sides of the aisle, for example, right? Being a prosecutor and a defense lawyer, but also being someone in media that understands that there's got to be an entertainment factor here in order to keep drawing in the numbers, right? you can't just be oblivious to the fact that, okay, yes, this is a very serious matter. People are really coming into this courtroom to find resolution, and you've got to know the law, but there's got to be that producer hat you've got to put on to say, okay, how do I also make this entertaining for the viewers as well as educational? So I've learned that not just by being a lawyer, but by being on TV. So I really do feel like a lot of the things that I've experienced, whether they've been short-lived or not, has prepared me for the next thing. So I'm wondering what Hot Bench is preparing me for next, because this isn't the end. Obviously, this is not where I'm gonna, call it a day. I feel like there's more out there for me. And this job, I will say, this opportunity to work with people I love. I love who I'm working with. I love the flexibility, and that's what I've also learned through my previous gig with the show, that I was doing every night from the same place, not having flexibility.
You not want that life. You didn't want that to be your life.
These things may not work out, but you also are getting to understand what you don't want to do, right? And that's kind of how it is for me. I'm not one of those people that just, woke up one day and knew what the path was. I have to go through things to understand what I don't want to do. And that's just as important as knowing what you want to do. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue more important because, kind of just living a life where you figure that you have it already made up in your mind, who you are, what you're supposed to be. You never try anything, so you never fail at anything. You wouldn't did anything. You just kind of stay on your course. I just don't think that's the way, to manifest your fullest expression of yourself. But I, for one, am super duper proud. I'm proud to know you. I'm proud to be your friend. I'm proud that I've gotten to see up close and afar what this journey is like. And I think, when we started this conversation talking about Tewolde Robinson, I think having Black women up front and center in scenarios and situations like yours, where people turn on the TV and see us shining and see us qualified, because y'all are not fly by night up and made TV judges. These are real lawyers who've been judges who are making real decisions based on experience practicing law, and that matters to me. So getting to see us. I just think that is so important. So tell us where.
No, you can't. I'm saying that all the time, and I'm like, it depends on where you are and what your CBS local station is. So what I would say is going to Hot Bench's website and putting in your location. It'll tell you how to watch. But it comes on every day. I know here in LA, I'm a newbie to LA now. I think it's been like 2.5-3 months now since I've been here. It comes on here at 1:30. So on I don't know what channel, but it just depends on where you are. I know in Dallas, it comes on because my family obviously wants to tune in at 5:30. So it just depends on where you are. Just go to the website. It'll tell you, how to watch. But please watch. It's funny. It's crazy because one of my colleagues, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. One of my colleagues, the other judge, female judge who started with me, she witnessed an accident, a hit and run in LA. And she saw the individual distressed. She was like, okay, I'm going to come over. She was like, this is what you need to do. You need to call, just kind of giving her a rundown. And she was like, listen, I've got to go to this meeting real quick, but the police won't be here by the time I get out. So I'll come back, make sure you're straight. And she did that. And the girl was like, can I ask you a question? She was like, yeah. She's like, are you on Hot Bench? Yes. And that rarely happens, but for that to be a moment for her, especially because my colleague has never been on TV, so this is her first time, ever being on TV, but just being able to be recognized for the work that we do and to really put that into action in real life, like for her to say, listen, I'm going to help you out, because this is a situation you see every day in the courtroom where someone's hit someone and has tried to run. And I don't know how many times we've probably been in that situation, or maybe not, I don't know. We know someone that has, and it's just such a relatable show. And we care so much about the people that come into the courtroom that I'm just really proud of the integrity of the show, because we do see a lot of shows that exploit these individuals, we do see people who are in positions where they don't necessarily have the experience or the know-how. We talk about that all the time. It was really important for me to join a show. And that was my outlook on court shows in general, which is why I was like, I'm never going to do it. But to have this show created by Judge Judy, who I respect tremendously, but to also have the colleagues who have had the experience and the integrity in their own practices to work alongside is just icing on the cake for me. So it makes me feel good every time we tape that we're doing the right thing. And we have disagreements. We definitely have very spirited disagreements, which is okay. We do it with respect. And I'm just proud. I'm just proud of the team. I'm proud of the people I work with. And you can't ask for anything better than that. So I'm just happy and along for the ride. So I want people to see the magic.
Yeah. This is all music to my ears. Got it.
Listen, sometimes it's really hard for me to believe. I'm like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Like, where is the, but
it's not. And that's the message. I really think that we have, it's Freedom Friday. And I think when we exercise our freedom to make great choices for ourselves and to try and fail and try to fly again, that we can actually get in a good situation. We can have a good work situation. We can have a good home situation. We can have a good money situation. We can have a good health situation. And sometimes we go through so much crap until like the sky is falling mentality just stays permanently with us. And I'm like making a conscious decision to let that go. I'm like, no, everything is, life is still lifing, but compared to other seasons I've been through, no, I'm good. And I'm gonna say I'm good.
That's the thing too. I want to be able to also express the gratitude, because I not to get all spiritual, but to be put in a position like this and to not understand how grateful and I'm favored, and it's okay to acknowledge that, and it's important to acknowledge that, and so out of fear of maybe it going away. You don't want to say too much. Not doing that anymore. So it's a great show. I'm going to say it is. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm going to say I am. And if it doesn't work out, like all the other things in the past that didn't work out, but set me up for something better, then that's just how it's going to be. I'm just going to be set up for something better, something greater.
Well, or it's working out, and it's going to work for as long as it's supposed to work. And what we know about you is, the minute it stops working, it's because it's time for something else to start working.
I just want an Emmy before that happens, because that has been on my bucket list for so long. And to be nominated, and best believe even if we don't win, I'm using that Emmy nominated title till the wheels fall off. You understand? So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of wait.
And hey, it could happen because of one of your appearances on Make It Make Sense too, because Red Table Talk is out the way now, and I love it. But we submit on behalf of this show as well. So yes,
Love that.
for all the things, we are thankful, grateful, and have a great expectation. And I'm gonna let you go because you have a busy work schedule and home schedule and all schedule to get to. I love you, Miles. Thank you for making.
Say bye. See you. Bye. See you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye. Love you.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. So guys, I always love being able to catch up with our legal scholar, with our now Your Honor, Her Honor, Yodit Tewolde. I hope you enjoyed our girlfriend chat and the important information that was shared at the beginning, and our cameo appearance by attorney Ben Crump. He will be on more officially soon to catch us up on a couple of other cases and other things that we've been working on. But that's all for today. If you would like to join us as an advertiser or sponsor, please email us at sales@moniquepressley.com. If you just want to support our show, you can do that through Cash App, $ Monique Pressley TV, through PayPal, paypal.me/Monique Pressley TV, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I wonder what it is. You guessed it. Monique Pressley TV. And the best thing you can do is share whatever you learn. If you learn something, if we help you make something make sense more than it did before, then tell us what that is. Hashtag make it make sense. Tag me at Monique Pressley. Everywhere, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And we'd love to hear from you. So if there are things that you'd like us to talk about that we haven't talked about so far, then stick it in the message under one of the shows and one of the clips, slide it into the DMs. And we'd be happy to take it on if it's something that we believe, just like you, we need to make some sense out of. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Monday, live, noon, ET, right here